What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about NIO, I want to go over some of the data points, what's been coming out from the company itself, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up 1.73%. Did get hit momentarily because of the CPI data. Came in very hot, both month over month and also year over year, so not all that great. As a byproduct, you're seeing a lot of the futures just getting slaughtered. So Nasdaq is down 0.86, S&P down 0.78, Dow is down 0.82. But aside from that, though, you're seeing a little bit of a recovery today, and I think that's fair given it got slaughtered yesterday, down 6.7%. And one thing that I like to look at pre-market is shorts. So as I've shared with you, this is kind of a good tool. So if shorts are increasing, then essentially they are going to really hit it hard during the trading day. If they're not doing anything, such as right now, that does mean that they are going to let it freely do its thing today with almost no signs of manipulation. Yesterday there was a lot of things going on, so I wanted to kind of go over that. So again, looking at this kind of as a tool to use and more of an analysis, I would say that shorts are going to let NIO run up, obviously within reason, and linking to obviously as well at the same time key resistance points. So I'm going to go over all that near the end of the video. But the only thing new that has come out that a lot of articles are kind of just talking about is latest 13Fs. So you did have today, articles aren't talking about this one yet because it just came out, but JPMorgan did increase their position at 65.37% in Q4. So very good stuff. They did reduce both their calls and puts they did reduce by 84%. So honestly, that is very optimistic. At the same time, a lot that came out yesterday, you had a lot of ones that just reduced their position in its entirety. You also had right here, so Simplex did increase their position by 14%, right now with a grand total of 1.2 million shares. They also increased their calls, decreased their puts. So both of these are fairly optimistic if you ask me. Aside from that, nothing really new for operational updates. I think there was more of a update for what I brought up yesterday about the kind of used envos. I think there is more to it than what was originally kind of stated on that article. But aside from that, it is just technicals. Technicals are one of the biggest things that is driving NIO. Shorts know this, and this is why they did double the hell down yesterday. And even kind of during power hour, you had this kind of abnormal selling. And so if we kind of look at a lot of the data, this is all the transactions on the secondary market from yesterday. So pretty much these right here were all during the power hour. And unfortunately, a lot of them are sells. So institutions wanted to bring it down. 9 times, or most of the videos, I do just bring up what is happening on the secondary market, not so much the dark pool, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand the dark pool. Very complex in some cases, and it kind of just adds more questions rather than anything. But these are all the transactions that did occur on the dark pool above $100,000. So usually, so there's obviously 10 times as many transactions here than on the secondary market. This is typically where shorts and other large entities like to hide their transactions. One thing that's negative about this is you can't see the bid, the ask, who did what, or anything, and that's kind of why they have the dark pool, to stay anonymous, right? So ultimately, a lot of this does correlate with just NIO getting hit. So again, there is a lot of signs of manipulation that does occur, and a lot of people seem to not agree with that. But yeah, NIO is just, it's been always heavily manipulated for a very long time, and just Wall Street doesn't really like it all that much. So this manipulation and level of manipulation would not suffice and would not last if institutions were buying it up. And I brought this up in the past. So when this recent rally did happen, the reason why this rally happened is because big money got behind the recent news. And in my opinion, like I've stated, I think it's linked to, it was stimulus hopes as well as tariff kind of reduction from the European Union. So that definitely caused a lot of buying. And even though during this time frame shorts were increasing, it still caused the stock price to go up. Institutions kind of fell out of love with NIO, and now shorts, pretty much shorts and algorithmic trading, make up for the majority of the volume. This is why shorts, whatever they want, happens. So if shorts want to double down, suppress NIO below a key point on the technicals, that is going to happen because big money is not really doing anything to change it. So in sum, that's kind of what is causing so much disruption in NIO. I know NIO is a very frustrating stock. I can sense it based on a lot of your comments. And it's been very frustrating for a while, even if you zoom out over the last 5 years. It has glimpses of hope, similar to what happened in 2023, even more recently as well. But essentially, geopolitical issues and manipulation are kind of the causes and culprits why NIO does continuously move down. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you because I think a lot of people are somewhat confused by all of that. But aside from that, with it at $4.10, it is right above this S1. So 407 is going to be that key support that you really want to watch for NIO to hold today. Depending on what happens, you might see shorts try to push it temporarily below that and then obviously just ease off, but 407 will be a key one to really watch for. If not, then you potentially could see that high threes. So 386 and then 351 will be the following support levels. 441, I don't see that being touched anytime soon unless, like I mentioned, either some very, very good operational updates come down the pipeline or stimulus. And aside from what came out a couple days ago, there's been absolutely really nothing to kind of talk on for that. So let me know your viewpoint on that in the comments below. But yeah, as I've kind of shared with you, I think it's just more so this. So it's support and resistance points. I'm not going to go over the actual chart itself because there's not really much to bring up. It's below all of the key pivotal moving averages, 50, 100, 200, below the ALMA. So the technicals are definitely on a negative downtrend. So let me know your viewpoint. Are you a buyer of NIO right now? Are you selling? What's your thoughts, for instance, on JPMorgan and other entities increasing their position? So I get it, a lot of small fish might be reducing and getting out because NIO is very frustrating for a stocks, and even more so in Q4. But by big players increasing, that's kind of optimistic. You know me, I'm not here to get you to buy nor sell. I just bring it up how it is. So I see this as optimistic, although they could have some other motives behind the scenes. But if they did have other motives, they most likely would be increasing their puts and not so much in common stock. So both of these, again, I see as fairly optimistic. So let me know your viewpoint. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Discord, completely free. Link in the description below and also the comments. A lot of good people, a lot of good chat, talking on options, whatever floats your boat out there. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.